There's a lot of mumbo jumbo on YouTube about how your mindset can change your life. It can make your life a living hell, or it can do the opposite. I'm going to share one with you that should do the opposite and hopefully can actually help you. This is Bob.
Hello.
Bob's going to die in 5 days.
Huh?
But despite that, he actually ended up being happier than he's ever been. But before he found that out, he was not doing so hot. Bob was constantly feeling stuck, unproductive, and just overall depressed. He always wanted to be more, but his anxieties and his doubts always got in the way of ever really committing to anything. So as a result, he remained stuck for what felt like forever. He felt like he was wasting his life away, but for some reason he could just never find the courage to do something about it. That is, until he found out that in 5 days he would meet his demise. How did he find out? I told him. Telepathically, I beamed it into his head, and then he started freaking out. Day 1. Bob was terrified, as would we all be. He spent most of the day petrified, just thinking basic things like, how am I going to tell anyone this? Am I going to tell anyone this? I'm not ready to die yet. Basic stuff anyone would likely go through in this situation. Day 2. Bob wakes up and realizes there's so much he still wants to do. He never talked to that girl. He never went on that trip. He never apologized to that one friend. And then it hit him. I wish I gave my mom more hugs. I wish I took more risks. I wish I did more things that scared me. I wish I appreciated life. And that's when he decided, a decision that changed everything. Day 3. Bob sprung out of bed, ran downstairs, gave his mom a hug, and ran out the door. He met up with his friend and apologized. Then he went to go talk to that girl he always liked. And at the end of it all, he finally stopped to take a breath. And he realized something kind of crazy. All the things he did today were things he had been scared to do for so long, but when he did them today, he realized after the fact that he wasn't really that scared at all. Day 4. Bob went for a walk around his home neighborhood, and something pretty interesting was happening along this walk. He started to pay attention to the leaves and the dogs and the sky. He was able to appreciate it all in a way he never really did before. He would say hi to strangers as he passed by, something he never really did before because he was too scared. What an interesting thing. Day 5. Bob's final day. He decided to go for a hike for his last day. He wanted to reflect on everything while he appreciated the massive world around him. Seeing the mountains made him realize how small he really is, and although he will be gone tomorrow, these mountains and everything else will still be here. And it was all so humbling. It didn't make him feel bad or insignificant, because at this point Bob had little to no ego anymore. And somehow, despite knowing he would meet his demise in a matter of hours, at this moment he felt truly happy. Day 1. It was all just a dream. As it all rushes back to his head, he breaks down in his bed. Probably an appropriate reaction. Once he calms down, he tells himself that he's going to make a change. He's going to stop letting his fears and his doubts get in his way. He's going to hug his mom more. He's going to plan that trip. He's going to become more. What a fun little story. So here's what you need to take away from this. Stop living your life like you're going to live forever. Imagine the things you would do if you just had 5 days to live. I know one thing for sure, you'd put that damn phone down. Okay, I'm kind of guilty of this, but I'm not as bad as everyone else, all right? I still strongly believe that I'm nowhere near as chronically online as a lot of my other friends. Anyway, and you probably wouldn't be so scared to do all those small things anymore either. At times, it's hard to live your life to the fullest. It's hard to appreciate things. But if you can just think to yourself, if today was my last day, would I really be afraid to do this thing right now?